Whoa, a song that helps you PvP? No way! What the hell is this garbage? Okay, so I'm sure a lot of us have seen the PvP song by Itsuo come up in our recommended, and maybe you've given it a listen or tried to see if it helps you with PvP. So today I wanted to answer the question of, does it actually help, as well as discuss a few other things about this song. So to get right into it, no, it doesn't help with PvP. At least very little in theory and not at all in practice with how it's made. Minecraft PvP has a lot of different aspects, including aim, movement, and clicking. The idea of the PvP song is to help time your W taps, an aspect of movement in PvP. However, to practice timing W taps while listening to the PvP song, you need to be able to hold someone in a combo, which means you already have to be pretty decent with aim and strafing already. Now with that being said, there is some merit behind it. I'm not the best at PvP, but I found that once I had someone in a combo, I could time my W taps to the song and the W taps lined up pretty well. Except I wasn't listening to the PvP song. Let me explain. I don't know who the hell this Itsuo person is, but they clearly know very little about music, because the snare metronome you're meant to time your W taps to is literally out of time with the music, which makes it a pretty big pain to listen to, let alone time your W taps to. Now, I was actually sent another PvP song from Bold Effects that made it clear that all you need for a quote-unquote PvP song is an 120 BPM beat. Now, I tested this by using a metronome, and they were right. You can literally use any song that's 120 BPM with a constant metronome or drum pattern going. But the thing is, the song Bold Effects used didn't even have the right drum beat, and it was just another terribly timed metronome over a stolen beat. And I forgot to mention that both of these PvP songs aren't even made by the people who posted them. They're just some stolen lo-fi beats with terrible metronomes put behind them, and it's pulling over 200k views. Like, this actually makes me so mad because they didn't even credit the original beats properly, and clearly didn't put that much effort into making a PvP song that actually helps with PvP. So going back to using music for timing W taps, I ended up just using an 120 BPM metronome with no music at all, and I found it made W tapping pretty easy, and so this whole concept does have some uses. However, the thing is, unless you're going to be playing boxing or no debuff duels, it's pretty unlikely you're going to be W tapping for that long, so it's not really that helpful unless you're a duels main. And the other thing is, I don't want to listen to a metronome, and I'm sure you probably don't either, so being someone who actually makes their own music, I've gone and made my own PvP song, which you've been listening to in the background while I've been talking. I'm gonna go through how I made it and how you can make your own if you don't like mine, but yeah, I just thought I'd shed some light on the situation and how stupid it is that these other PvP songs are getting so much attention. I've got links to just the song that I've made on its own, and a 1-hour version, so if you like it, feel free to check it out. But with all that said, enjoy watching me make my version of the PvP song. Alright, let's make our own PvP song. I've set my BPM in my project to 120 BPM, and the first thing we're going to need is a straight kick, snare, drum beat, so let's do that. Alright, so here we have our kick and snare pattern. As you can see, it's pretty goddamn simple. It's a kick and a snare that you're meant to time your W taps to. And this is literally all you need to make your own song. You just find an 120 BPM beat on the internet or whatever, and then put this behind it. And I'll have a download link in the description. It's literally all you need. So it's pretty simple, right? Like, you just need a solid kick and a snare that you can time your hits to or your W taps to, and then you just have whatever song you want that happens to be 120 BPM. Just for God's sake, please time it right. Okay, so first we have our chords and melody, which I just took from a MIDI file. Now, I know you might think it's a MIDI file, so I might not have created it all myself, but I'm actually going to put it with some other stuff, so like, it's not just stealing a beat off the internet, but this is what it sounds like. Just a nice little beat that we can put some drums to, and yeah, I think it'll sound pretty good, pretty relaxing, just to do some PvP too, so yeah, let's put the next stuff in. Okay, so obviously it doesn't sound great with just a kick and a snare, right? So we're gonna replace this with some, I don't know, maybe a shaker or like a hi-hat or something, but it's gonna have the same timing as the kick and snare. So we can bring back the kick and snare later, but we'll still be able to time something to the underlying drum. So we're just gonna move that away, and let's put some, I think I'll try shakers, that might sound nice. Alright, so we have shakers now. I've just layered two on top of each other so it sounds kind of nice. Still feels a little empty, so I think I'm going to put some extra percussion things in. Alright, I've added a lot more percussion and now it sounds like this. Alright, so now we need to build on the song, so we're going to actually copy paste everything and we're going to add some new elements. Now I'm thinking a bass could sound nice to come in next before we sort of bring in the kick and snare. So yeah, let's build a little bass pattern. All right, the bass sounds like this. Now I think we can start bringing in the kick and the snare. We'll do it slowly, I'll sort of build on it, but yeah, let's start building this up a little bit more. As you can see, we put a few more things in, but the biggest change is that I've changed up the bass line here and added a different melody, just to change things up a bit and changed like the drums a little bit. So here's what it sounds like now. Yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. I'm probably not gonna have any more updates. I'm just gonna play the full thing that I've finished and just have a time lapse of making it running. I need to change a few things, you know, do some mixing, add a few more sections and all that. But yeah, that's about it for making this. The key is just to, if you want to make a PvP song, just have a straight beat going like this from the beginning. See, I've just got the shakers here, and then later on it becomes into the kick and snare. And that's what you need to time it to, and it needs to be at 120 BPM. And yeah, you can have just about anything you want. But yeah, enjoy what I've made.